So we are going into St. Anne, and wow, this is what you call, no, we're not in America, no, it's not winter, it's fog, it's fog, it is fog, people, the place is foggy, so we are on our way to St. Anne's Bay to deliver the 70-gallon aquarium, right? That's my driver in front of me, I don't know why he's running away, leave me, but we are on our way. I finally arrived at my client's place of residence, and he directed me to where the aquarium was to be installed, right? It's practically within what you call entertainment area. So first thing I started off with is getting the I call it the backing for the aquarium actually on the aquarium, right? It took me a while, the two-side tape actually, it took a while to actually work out that dynamics, after which I actually emptied the buckets into the aquarium. And oh, by the way, it took probably about 3 persons to actually lift the aquarium, place it within the room. No biggie, right? To them, it was like very light. Okay, so after emptying the stones within the aquarium, placing the filter box in the corner, I actually buried the plants within their container in the gravel, right? I had roughly about 75% of the soil within the container same way. So what I did was to, after I've actually buried each, after I've actually buried each small cups with the plant within the substrate, I actually sprinkle a little of the soil, and then I actually cover some of it with gravel, right? A little bit of gravel was left, so that was actually used so as to ensure that the substrate was neatly neatly panned out, right? It's an estimated about probably about 2.5, some areas 2.5 to 3 inches in thickness. Now some of the plants really look beat out, as if they were like giving up. This can be attributed to the fact that they were placed in some amount of salt water as a means of quarantine for a while, so they look a little bit drenched. But after, you see how they look after. I was put in actually placing the aquarium plants at the back of the aquarium itself. I ensured that the plants were placed beside the filter box. That will automatically, well, over time, cover the filter box, kind of hiding it, like kind of taking it out of the view of the public on, right? And the wires and everything that's at the back of the aquarium, right? So all 5 containers were basically tucked into the soil, should I say the gravel, right? And the aquarium soil was actually sprinkled on the top. Now the plants were in within probably about 10-15 minutes, and then I ended up placing, positioning the aquarium bubble one lighting, right? Blue lighting over to the left, white lighting over to the right. I had to drill before I actually reached my client's location, 2 holes at the top of the aquarium cover, so as to allow the wires and the hose to actually exit the aquarium and be plugged in to either the pump or the cord that will actually um, supply power to the lights at the back, right? I have actually installed, or should I say, planted, or should I say, placed in the aquarium uh, about four different plants. I think Hornos is in there, Elodora densa is in there, and there are two more plants. I don't remember the name just now, but I've seen them in other aquariums. I've seen them at the pet shop, and they look really really nice and fluffy. And it is expected that these plants will do really well um, in a few weeks time. All right, so the plants are practically in, and I no, I have one more plant left. I have one more plant left, right? I realized that one of the plants actually all of the soil, because I try to transport the soil and the plant in a little bit of water, right? But one particular plant, when I actually took it out of the bag, I only saw the plant and the plant root in the container. No soil was there, right? So what I had to do is place some more soil in that container and actually cover that planted soil with gravel, and that was it, right? Now the filter box was actually made before I actually reached the location. This allowed for me more time to spend with the other attributes of the fixing up the aquarium and all of that, right? It allowed me more time to actually ensure that everything is in place, and aquarium is looking really really nice. Now my cameraman, or should I say my camera lady, was my wife. She was with me throughout the entire process, and she was so excited. I think she was a little bit more excited than I was, right? Here you see me actually tapping up some of the soil in other plants container, and it's all of these green hoses are air hose in which will supply air to the aquarium filter and air to the aquarium bubble one, which will actually become active in a few minutes time, right? So I have few more, what should I say? I had some amount of gravel left, handed in by my wife, right? She's yeah, she handed the gravel, and she's actually doing some work there, right? Wow, what lovely hands, right? Okay, so she actually helped to to even out the gravel within the aquarium, and the wires, and if you look, you will see that, oh, that this one I'm cutting is I never remember it. It is beneficial bacteria that came with the soil. I actually cut the little thing there, and yeah, cut the cup. I don't know what you call that, and actually squeeze some amount of beneficial bacteria in each of the containers. Yeah, each of the little container with the plants, right? So it's in the plants, it's in the aquarium, and also I have been using the filter box within my aquarium. So as far as this aquarium actually crashing, it's like probably you call about 90-95% safe, right? I'm not saying 100% because anything can happen. Now, I am about the backing went on. It went on after a good amount of trial and error. Um, now I am actually filling the aquarium with water. Now I can say for sure that this place is a very cold place. The water feels like ice. So here I'm actually filling the aquarium with water, and so as to ensure that the water is not, what I call it, it does not disturb arrangement of the stones and the plants within the aquarium. A base was used so as to break the pressure of the water coming out of the hose, right? And it stayed this way until the aquarium was actually filled with water. Now, this aquarium is built to house 73.9 gallon of water. However, give or take about an inch and a half from the top of the aquarium, I allowed a free play there, so the water will not be filled up to the very top, right? This actually limits the amount of splash that goes on the the aquarium cover, and it also allows for what I call it now, air to actually pass um, evenly throughout the surface of the water itself, right? And it kind of limits the whole idea of, water actually touching the ground, right? So the water within the aquarium, it it went in really cool, right? And this is what the aquarium looked like. Oh, I got a piece of driftwood from the back of my yard, and I actually placed it within the aquarium, right? Sorry about the lighting, but within this entertainment room, they have recessed lights, and it's not that bright. It's for entertainment purposes. All right, so the fish that I got for this aquarium are barbs and tetra, and these are the lights that plugged in. Is It might surely be glary um using the device that I'm recording with, but it works really well. That's the lighting. And the plants, you can see the plants are like, it's looking alive. Give or take the next, roughly about next 2 to 3 months, probably I'll have to be back by this location doing some maintenance. So here I am actually climatizing the fish, and my wife is wiping the glass, right? As I said before, she's doing a really awesome job. All right, so the fish is being, the fish stock is being climatized, and fish is being climatized. The aquarium is set up. The plants are in. The filtration is in. The lights are in. Driftwood is there. Substrates there. The backing is there. Everything is in. And this is the 73.9 gallon aquarium build, done by Fish Keeping Jamaica, delivered to my clients on time as expected, and they are like loving it, right? So it's another episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. It is hope that you will appreciate this share. This was a long journey, coming to this end of the of the share. I appreciate the enthusiasm that many of you actually shared, encouraging for this project to continue, and ideas and all of that, right? This aquarium was built primarily with the intention for upgrade. So we start off with some barbs and tetra, and who to tell, within the next 6 months, these might be changed to some other fish, but it won't be a problem because the filtration and the substrate and the plants and the system in totality should be able to manage such change. So in this aquarium, there are tiger barbs, black neons, rosemary barbs, black skirt tetra. My wife is wiping the mirror, right? So thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you watching, guys. Love y'all. Peace out. Catch you in the next project. Who to tell? I might be doing your tank next. Peace out. Bye 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 bye. Oh, wait, you know, I want next one where you